Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of our Dawnguard walkthrough. In this episode, we are in search of a Moth-Priest which can decipher the Elder Scroll that Serana has on her back. This Elder Scroll will explain the next move that the Dawnguard should make and what the vampires are up to. And I'll leave you guys to this conversation right now. All you need to do is head up to Isran and he'll explain everything.
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I was down there, and why I had the Elder Scroll. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was I wrong? Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
Alright, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
Why? Because of that story about the prophecy, about some vampire trying to put the sun out?
Do you actually believe any of that?
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane.
I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth-Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth-Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth-Priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. I mean, as much as anyone. Not a lot. You'd figure a couple hundred years locked away with one would have given me some insight, but no. Turns out you don't learn much from just sleeping with something. I guess you'll never get to find out.
Now, in order to get some info about the Moth-Priest whereabouts, you have some options. You could head to the College of Winterhold, ask some innkeepers or some carriage drivers. Now, what you guys need to know is that the Moth-Priest will have told them that he does not want anyone to know about his whereabouts, so you will either need a very persuasive tongue or a persuasive coin purse. Here's my conversation at the Bannered Mare in Whiterun.
I enjoy this work well enough, but have I heard anything? It was the talk of the city for 3 days straight. Ain't too often we get a visitor like that. Oh, he just left a short while ago. He said he'd finished up his work and it was time to move on. That's all I can tell you. He asked me not to let anyone know where he was going. I suppose he didn't want the attention. I can see that. He said he was heading for Dragon Bridge next. I hope that helps you.
Ooh, achievable! Successfully persuade, bribe, and intimidate. Well, there you have it. Okay, so guys, for our walkthrough, the next thing we need to do is head to Dragon's Bridge, and the best way to get there is, of course, fast traveling. Once you get into Dragon's Bridge, talk to the first Imperial soldier that you see, and he'll mention the Moth-Priest caravan going through Dragon's Bridge, heading south across the bridge.
Ah, so that was a Moth-Priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
So the next thing that you need to do after talking to the guard is head across the Dragon's Bridge to the south, looking for the Moth-Priest caravan. Now this is sped up because I was wearing heavy armor at the time and I couldn't have my stamina bar. But anyway, you get to the little fork in the road, and you can see an overturned caravan with some dead Imperial soldiers and some dead vampires. And you head up to a dead vampire. That's where our little arrow indicator is pointed to, and you'll see a note telling the vampire to get the Moth-Priest because the vampires want to read the Elder Scroll for their own little purposes. It says, you guys can read this note. Okay, and after we're looking for the Moth-Priest, we found out that he's been taken captive by the vampires, and because they want to be able to read the Elder Scroll. And what you'll see on the map, the cave is very close by, maybe about a 30-second walk. But of course, we'll fast forward it for you guys. Now, along the walk, there shouldn't be anything of much trouble unless a dragon attacks you, but the chances of that happening are very slim. Once you head into Forebear's hideout, there will be a few vampires. There will be some of those death hounds to take care of, but nothing big. If you run into any trouble, you could always take a few potions. Use Serana as backup. She's a very high-level mage, and she likes to resurrect dead things to help her. So basically, you'll run into a vampire force because they have a few archers, a few battle mages who come at you with swords and magic. And these archers can be care of them very quickly, especially if you are a low level like I was when I played this. But what you need to do after you take care of everyone, head up the stairs, and you'll see the Moth-Priest, which is behind the magical barrier, and activate the Waystone source. My bad, I said Keystone source. And he'll come out. He's a very high level mage, I must tell you, and he will start throwing a bunch of destruction magic, but one Fusro Da and a few hits with an ebony sword will take care of any of that. And basically, in this conversation, the Moth-Priest, he explains what he is, what they do, where he's from, and you tell him, yeah, you need your help. You need his help to decipher an Elder Scroll and to meet him back at Fort Dawnguard. That's it.
As well. We don't really know where the scrolls came from or who wrote them. What we do know is that some are born with the special gift to read the Elder Scrolls. These chosen few can divine events of the past and future within the scrolls, though in time it drives us to blindness. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell. Even today, the Elder Scrolls remain a great enigma. It is our sacred duty to study the Elder Scrolls. We read these ancient scrolls of prophecy in order to divine the future, and we use that knowledge to aid the Emperor. Sometimes we venture out into the world in search of more scrolls for our library at the White Gold Tower. That is the very purpose that first brought me to Skyrim. It is the great spire at the heart of the Imperial City, among the tallest towers in all of Tamriel. The lower floors are home to the Imperial Council, and the Order of Moth-Priests occupies the middle floors. The tower suffered damage in the recent war with the Aldmeri Dominion, and is not what it once was. I hope one day to see it restored to its former glory. I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a Moth-Priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools. You do? All right then, enough mysteries. You have an Elder Scroll. Remarkable. If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawnguard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go. Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
Okay, after you're done talking to the Moth-Priest, make sure you teleport back to Fort Dawnguard and talk to Serana. I'll let you guys hear the dialogue right now.
I'm impressed you could find a Moth-Priest so quickly. For the reading? Yeah. Just let the old man know when you're ready.
My trip to Skyrim has become quite the adventure. What can I do for you? Ah, my rescuer. It's good to see you again. It's not exactly the hospitality I'm used to, but your man Serana has seen to my needs well enough. And might I add, this is a remarkable fortress. I have colleagues back home that would love to study this place in detail. Oh, most certainly. Let's find out what secrets the scroll can tell. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me, an image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, "Among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one." The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls. I must rest now. The reading has made me weary.
Come on, old man. You should get some rest.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. This has been the Prophet Quest. In our next video, Serana wants to say something to us right now. So in our next video, we'll be covering that, and we'll be doing the quest that she gives us to do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.